Yo, what's up guys? In today's video I got a bunch of Chicago Bulls news and updates. In today's video I'm going to be talking about Zach LaVine working out with Jason Tatum and Kevin Durant, also a 2020 redraft that Bleacher Report just put out, and also ESPN has been slamming and hating on the Bulls recently. But before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also leave a quick like below today's video. It only takes a second and it helps me out a lot, and some comments and questions below today's video about all the topics and updates I'm going to jump into. Also, check out my last video if you guys missed it. The Bulls are being listed as a landing spot for Mike Conley, and Vooch did hint at a possible contract extension with the Chicago Bulls. But either way, let's just jump right into today's video. And the other day, some pictures came out of Zach LaVine in the gym working out with Kevin Durant and Jason Tatum. I'll make sure to throw up those pictures. I mean, that's really cool. Training camp is right around the corner. Zach LaVine has been in the gym all off season long. I mean, it's super cool that he's working out with Kevin Durant. Let me just first off say, obviously, you know, KD and Zach, they're good friends. They played for Team USA just a year or two ago. I would have loved KD on this Bulls team. There was a lot of trade rumors this offseason surrounding him. Obviously, if it never happened, it never went down, and if it did happen, the Bulls would have to gut this roster, but it's just fun to talk about. And I mean, at the end of the day, you know, obviously Zach is in the gym trying to get better and get ready for the NBA season. While it's really unlikely Kevin Durant ever does come to Chicago, you know, it's super cool to still see Zach LaVine working out with Kevin Durant and Jason Tatum, you know, superstars in the NBA. And especially with the Chicago Bulls' recent history, the Bulls haven't been able to draw, I'd say, major free agents in the past. You know, LaVine's friendships and positive relationships with other NBA players are obviously a big positive for Zach LaVine and the Bulls' future. And let me just say, huge shout out to Zach LaVine. I mean, he has been working with Drew Hanlon for years, and he often credits him for helping him push his game to the next level. I mean, I think we all know Zach LaVine is among the league's best pure scorers in the NBA. He has averaged 24 points, 25 points, 27 points, and about 25 points per game in the last 4 seasons. I'm expecting Zach LaVine to have another good year with the Bulls. He has gotten better every single year, and I even felt like to start last season, you could really see him trying more on the defensive side of the basketball and trying to be that complete two-way player that the Bulls need him to be. I mean, obviously last year he did help lead the Bulls back to the playoffs, and now him, Demar and Vooch, and Patrick Williams are hoping that they can push this team into the second round this year and possibly make a deep playoff run. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about Zach working out with Kevin Durant and Jason Tatum. And the second topic in today's video is a 2020 NBA redraft. Bleacher Report put out an article redrafting the 2020 NBA draft. This is going to be a new topic and series I'm going to bring to the channel. And fourth overall, they did have the Chicago Bulls drafting Desmond Bane, and this is crazy. You know, I like Desmond Bane's game a lot. He's a very good 3-and-D player that the Bulls could use badly right now, and it's pretty crazy. He was originally drafted 30th overall. So definitely let me know below today's video if you guys had to redraft the 2020 NBA draft for the Bulls. Who would you guys draft? I mean, obviously Patrick Williams is probably the player with the more potential, but Desmond Bane would help out this Bulls team a lot. I mean, he's a really good floor spacer. He's a very good 3-point shooter, and he's honestly a pretty solid defender as well. I mean, he is 24 years old, 6'5" shooting guard slash small forward. And on his career, he is an elite 3-point shooter. And on his career, he has shot 44% from the 3-point arc. You know, last season for the Grizzlies, he played really well, averaging 18 points per game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal a night. In my eyes, you know, I really believe Desmond Bane would be a good fit for this roster. I mean, obviously, who knows? You know, you can't change the past and the history and everything like that. But I still would draft Patrick Williams 4th overall, I think, just because he has that potential and that it factor, I believe. It's just a mental thing with him. And I mean, obviously, it's super cool to think of the idea of the Bulls drafting Tyrese Maxey 4th overall and a few other names. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about Bleacher Report's 2020 NBA redraft. And the final topic in today's video is about ESPN hating on the Bulls. I feel like ESPN has hated on the Bulls for honestly years now. I mean, Tim Bontemps, he was the ESPN reporter last offseason that really hated the DeMar DeRozan signing trade, and he pretty much said the Bulls wouldn't even make the playoffs last year. He's been hating the Bulls for honestly God knows why. He was on ESPN the other day, And according to Tim on ESPN, you know, he was on a podcast and he was hating on the Bulls even more. And I'm going to be real, I kind of do understand this, but at the same time, the Bulls had to get this done. I mean, he was talking about the whole Vooch trade, and he said Chicago made a serious mistake in trading away Wendell Carter Jr., as he is already close to surpassing Vooch in both talent and production. I mean, let me first off say, you know, the Bulls had to get that trade done to show Zach LaVine that they're committed to him and other stars around the NBA. I mean, I believe that was a huge move. Sure, you could say the Bulls overpaid for Vooch, but I don't believe Wendell Carter Jr. is close to surpassing Vooch. Sure, his numbers might look the same, but look at the Magic's record and then the Bulls' record. You know, any player could be on a bad team putting up good numbers. You know, I don't want to hate on Wendell because I've always liked Wendell and his potential. I honestly wish the Bulls never traded Wendell. I believe he could have been the center of the future for the Bulls, but, you know, I don't know what it is with ESPN. You know, I don't believe Wendell's already better than Vooch. His numbers are pretty close, and honestly, in the future, he might be better. I would say that the Bulls definitely overpaid for Vooch, but you know, it already happened. I mean, they already traded the draft picks, Wendell, the young guys. I mean, at the end of the day, you can hate on this trade or not. I mean, I plan to make a future video really talking about Arturas and Mark Eversley bad trades and their good moves as the Bulls front office. I plan to have that video out actually Saturday morning at 10 a.m. That will be a good fun video and a good topic to talk about, so definitely stay tuned and be ready for that video coming out Saturday at 10 a.m. But I mean, I think it's obvious the Bulls did lose the Wendell Carter Jr. trade, but as of right now, the Bulls are way better than the Magic. I mean, the Magic do have a really good young core, and I like the Vooch trade. I mean, even last season when Vooch was getting all this hate from Bulls fans, he still put up really good numbers. If he could just boost up his shooting percentages from the field, especially in the paint and from the three-point line, I believe Vooch could be really close to putting up all-star numbers again from the Bulls. I'm really excited for this upcoming season. Like I did say earlier in today's video, training camp is right around the corner. I'm going to keep you guys covered on all the training camp news, rumors, and updates. Hopefully, when training camp does start, the Chicago Bulls front office does put out an official update and recovery timeline for Lonzo Ball. I feel like we have really been missing out on that. But definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about all the news, topics, and articles I just jumped into and broke down. I'm really happy Zach LaVine's in the offseason with some superstars around the NBA. That's really good for his game, the future of the Bulls, and hopefully recruiting some stars to Chicago. Also, leave your thoughts and opinions below today's video about Bleacher Report's 2020 redraft for the Bulls. It's always fun to make topics and videos talking about articles that come out. Obviously, I believe Patrick Williams has the higher potential than Desmond Bane, but I feel like he'd be a great addition to this roster. Same with Tyrese Maxey. I mean, the Bulls needed a point guard just a few seasons back, and honestly, they still do due to the Lonzo Ball injury. And leave some comments and questions below today's video about the Vooch trade about a year or two afterwards. Thank you guys for all the love on the channel and the past few videos. I really do appreciate it. Have a good one.